Okay. Ashwini, appreciate your time. Thank you for joining us. Amisha Vora joins us, Joint Managing Director at Prabhudas Lilladher Securities. Amisha, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Let's talk about PSU Banks. What's happening there? Who's buying into PSU Banks? Markets, they just love to hit PSU Banks.
I think, similar trade don't continue for a very long time. Hitting PSU banks was a trade which worked for last quite some time, more than a year. But from current valuations where, we are close to between 0.65, 0.75, 0.8 kind of price to book, and also the fact that on a number of sectorial basis, very broadly if you see, there are some policy decisions which are improving the visibility of the sector, be it telecom, be it even mining, be it infrastructure, be it power. There is improvement trail in the policy framework giving little stability. And of course, we have already hit a whatever 4.85% kind of a GDP. So all the pain is definitely reflected in the prices. So I would say that in the short term, of course, some of these decisions like what happened in, NHA decision or something could have triggered. But on a slightly medium-term basis, if one wants to take a call on a decisive outcome, then this sector, and particularly within the financial sector, PSU banks, fund managers will definitely, give a very serious look. They, instead of a 5% weightage, they will at least try and keep 2.5, 3, and which is what I believe we are seeing at the moment.
Amisha, hi, afternoon. How is it as a house that you're approaching Maruti now? Firstly, concerns on the Gujarat plant, the stock plunges, and then you have the FII limit getting triggered and brokerages coming out with positive calls. It's a little puzzling for a retail participant on how to approach the stock now.
So I would say that, the major change which has happened in terms of the perception of corporate governance or perception of interest of minority shareholders, which continues. So which will continue to cap the upside. That is what our belief is. So we have not upgraded the stock to any buy or anything. But we also believe that in any recovery, it will be well placed with the kind of launches also which are lined up. But the corporate governance will definitely keep a good cap on the upside, and on every incremental run, there could be be some selling, I think.
Price action is clearly evident in banks. Federal Bank, old private bank, up on strong volumes. Bank of Baroda right up there, trading on the top of the heap. 31 rupees up for Bank of Baroda. And PSU banks as a group have made a roaring comeback. No one likes them. Everyone just loves to hate them. So there is under ownership. There is a bout of short covering, but we've seen monster rally in the PSU banks, and leading the chart clearly is Bank of Baroda. Amisha, within the PSU banking space, which is the better one? Is it SBI or is it BOB?
So, on a basis of size, on the basis of portfolio, underwritten, and the ability to have CASA, SBI is better placed. They just had QIP, so I would feel that there would be some technical pressure. That's why it's not participating in such with such vigor. Bank of Baroda is the next best bet, if you ask me. But we would rather think that at current valuations and the way the internals are, SBI is a very good bet. It may take a little time for the excesses which have happened to stabilize and get absorbed in the right hand.